Congratulations on signing up for CheddrSuite. Now that you've verified your email account and gone through the setup checklist, we're going to cover some more detail under the Settings tab, where you can make adjustments to what you've chosen during the setup checklist or add further detail. During the setup checklist, you should have chosen how you would like the information to be entered into your CheddrSuite account by your staff. You selected either once daily or chosen different meal periods, like you can see here in the upper right-hand corner. You can customize each of the meal periods under the Log Settings tab. Stock stats are items that you would like to keep a track of for your restaurant operation. If you'd like to add items, simply click on the check mark next to the item. Notes are where your staff will put in the shift-to-shift communications. It's important you discuss with your staff the level of detail you expect them to enter here, such as general notes, customer service information, feedback, complaints, compliments, human resources or employee issues, and any repairs and maintenance. You can also add custom fields that are unique to your operation. For example, traditional Wing Wednesday. Of course, you'd like this information to be recorded on a Wednesday, so you'll check the box here. CheddrSuite integrates with POS systems Square and Lavu. If you operate either of these POS systems, simply click on the question mark or the Help button in the upper right-hand corner and follow the step-by-step directions for integration. At the bottom of this page, you can see the different service times which you had chosen during the setup process. Under the expense accounts, you'll enter variable expenses for your restaurant operation. There are items that are already entered, such as alcohol costs, beverage costs, and food costs. Additional expenses that you will enter here are items that your staff will use to categorize invoices or paid-outs. Once you entered the information, you can select if you'd like the item to be treated as a cost of goods sold, as fixed front-of-house labor, or fixed back-of-house labor. If you'd like to make edits to any of these expenses, simply click on the pencil icon. You can also delete or remove any of these expenses by selecting the trash can icon. Schedule settings is where you will determine how you would like your staff to interact with the CheddrSuite tool for scheduling. Staff preferences is the ability for your staff to log into CheddrSuite and fill out information regarding their desired days to work and times, days and times in which they have limited availability, and days and times in which they cannot work. Many CheddrSuite users will toggle preferences on for 2 weeks at the start of each quarter, and then toggle them off again so that staff do not abuse the system. Time off request days in advance can be changed here. Time off blackout days can be entered here as well. These are utilized so that your staff cannot request days off during these periods. For example, say Memorial Day weekend. Dash Options tab is where you will be able to customize the items that will show up on your dash. You can choose what checklists you would like to show up and for what times. You can also select what widgets or graphs you would like to be displayed on your dash. These graphs will allow you to see how you're performing with regards to sales over a time period, how your sales are directly affected by weather, and any expenses. Dark days are days in which your restaurant is closed. Check off days you are usually closed. You can still record sales on these days for special events, but CheddrSuite will not alert you that a log has been skipped if you do not record sales. You can change the day that you have your week begin on. However, changing the week starting date may make your current published schedule contain days without shifts. You can select what modules you would like to have available to you in CheddrSuite. You can turn on and off inventory, financial reporting, or how you utilize your front of house and back of house. Use front of house and back of house will toggle between allowing you to track labor using front of house and back of house versus for your entire restaurant as a whole. You uncheck this box if you do not need to track front of house and back of house separately. Segmented front of house and back of house will separate schedules, staff lists, and message ability. Front of house will not be able to see back of house and vice versa. Cost Options tab is where you will enter fixed expenses. You can add fixed expenses, edit ones that you've already added, or delete them here. These expenses will show up in your profit and loss cash flow projection. Active salaries can be adjusted in the staff page. You will also be able to change or select how you would like your hourly labor costing method. Would you like to use scheduled hours and cost? This uses the hours and costs from the schedule and comes up with a calculation. You could use CheddrSuite's time clock. We suggest this because it is the most accurate. You can also select none. If you select none, you can enter your labor expenses as a fixed expense or under the Salaries tab. In the Business Goals tab, you can make adjustments to the business goals you had set during the setup checklist. To make adjustments here, simply click on the Unlock icon. You'll be asked if you are sure you want to unlock your business goals and type. Select Yes. Here, you will be able to change the restaurant type, the category, and you will also be able to make adjustments to the percentages here. The goals that are set here have been calculated using industry standards. Once you've made the adjustments, simply click on the lock icon and those percentages will now be secure. The Accounts tab will allow you to make adjustments to your account with regards to the person who is the admin for your CheddrSuite account. You will also be able to manage locations or add a location to your CheddrSuite account. Make any edits